Wait,
like money
are you more profitable now from subbing out your screen printing to the guy you sold than you were before?
Yes, and I'll tell you why, is because we weren't getting enough jobs to get us like over that hump. San Francisco,
of owning it in-house, you're saying?
Yeah, square footage in San Francisco is insane. Electricity and power in San Francisco is insane. We're in a very old building. We're in a former TV studio, so we had 1,000 amps coming in, but how those were distributed in terms of energy efficiency, not so much, you know. And then the square footage is more expensive. I mean, we get a good price, but it's still more expensive.
You were able to downsize the footprint?
Yeah, so we didn't downsize our footprint. What my co-founder came up with was that we make more money kitting gifts for our clients than we did on printing in-house. So we expanded the warehouse facility, offered all our screen printers jobs in the warehouse. Not all of them took it, but Miguel did. And then there was another guy that became our shipping and receiving manager. And then there was a few other people that stuck around for a while and then eventually left. But what we were able to do was, because Calvin at Starfish is just over the city limit line and he's in Daly City, he can charge us less than we had to charge ourselves for printing in-house. And it doesn't matter whether or not we get enough jobs to make our rent in that square footage, right?
Just doesn't matter.
We're not paying that square footage for that, nor are we paying employees to work in there. Because of the proximity of where we are in the world, we live in the city that's the most expensive per square foot anywhere on the globe right now. I mean, San Francisco is ridiculous, and the rates did not go down during COVID substantially. I mean, definitely rental rates did because so many people left, but not commercial rates. So, you know, it was just a really interesting situation that we were in. And so what we realized was, let's just get people. We can do the same training, but we can do it on the warehouse side. And
what year did you sell everything on the?
I think it was
printing side.
I think it was the end of 2021, like September, October 2021. So we've had one full year of subbing, and our net profit was through the roof last year.
It's interesting. I hear from this more and more of the bigger the businesses get, the more happy they are about finding a source that is great and not worrying about it. Right? Like, I feel like when you're first starting out, you want to keep everything under your roof and try to do it all. And then you're like, oh, stickers go here, this goes there.
Well, and I still talk to all of our screen printers because, you know, and not in an arrogant way, a lot of them, I've done this a lot longer than they have. You know, some of the guys that are running shops now are very young and they haven't had the experience yet, you know, like, what do you do when, you know, VMware calls and they're offering you this per print but you got to complete the job by this time and you're not quite sure you can make it. And, you know, because I was the operations person at Motion Company when they were running, you know, all those MHM presses, and they were doing stuff for VMware and they were doing stuff for Major League Baseball. And, you know, so I had a ton of experience doing like the bigger stuff, the stuff that people dream of, which ends up being not necessarily a bottom line great choice. You know, a lot of times just working with a small promotional products distributor that pays their bills on time and will gladly pay the upcharges to get stuff done on time is a much better profit margin. You know, even because if you have like a MHM or a rock press or the newer kind of Trilocks on the M&R presses. I'm not talking about M&R presses from like, you know, the 90s. I'm talking about the new ones. You're going to be able to set jobs up really quick. So that setup becomes less of an issue. So you can do like 10 jobs and make a shit ton more money on profit because you can charge more for those, right? But if you're taking these massive, massive contract jobs and you're tying up, like you've got, say, 5 presses, you're tying them all up for 4 days to get, you know, 100,000 shirts out or whatever for VMware, it's like, is the profit margin really there?
So you guys don't do any, so like as a promotional products distributor, I have a couple questions on that. Cause I think a lot of shops always say like, I want to get into promo, you know,
get into promo,
right? Yeah. So you guys don't decorate anything, like it's all coming finished, or do you guys have pad printers and stuff like that?
We have heat presses. So we will do customizations for shirts and apparel and that kind of stuff. We have a hat press as well. So we can do trucker hats. Cause Who doesn't love a good trucker hat? And
Sure.
And then we also have portable equipment. So we have 3 of the Riley Hopkins tabletop presses. I think they're workhorse now. So we have 3 workhorse presses, 4 colors, single station that we can take to events, and we have like 3 Vastex dryers. So we have those crated in like fiber cases that we can roll into events. And then there's a really great shop, a really great supplier in South San Francisco. And they basically, Anthem. And they basically shoot screens, and they don't mix ink, but they shoot screens for us. So we can use like a more portable size screen. And we can do like little 1-color live event printing jobs. So, and we've done huge ones. Like for ourselves, for promotion, we've set up at South by Southwest, set up 2 presses, run all day long, every day during the trade show with like a showroom on a 40 by 40 booth. So we basically set up our entire shop and showroom on the floor of South by Southwest. But, I have an event coming up for Meta where we're printing bandanas or whatever. Like there's just these opportunities to go live print because people love it. So we're still printing. Miguel still manages all those events. And I do the coordination of getting stuff there. If they need an extra print on it, like a sleeve, like we'll send it over to Calvin at Starfish, or we'll send it to East Bay Screen Printing and have them knock out the extra print. But we're still printing. We're just not doing big in-house jobs. And we can still set those up and do like a little demo for people if they're interested.